still out there.
Police continue their search for the mother of Savannah Guthrie as the investigation enters its 5th day. Plus,
they have been a valuable contribution to the healthcare industry that they work in.
How the Trump administration's immigration crackdown could leave seniors without care. And in sports, the Athens-Nelsonville-York rivalry is renewed on hardwood. Catch a preview of all the high school basketball action tonight. Newswatch starts right now. Good evening, I'm Charlie Ehlenfeld. Welcome to Newswatch. Savannah Guthrie's mother is still missing after 5 days and the investigation is ongoing. The sheriff of Pima County, Arizona says his department has been working with the FBI around the clock, but have no suspects yet. Karen Kafa has the latest.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there.
On day 5, Sheriff Chris Nanos of Pima County, Arizona said there are no suspects or persons of interest yet in the search for missing 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, mother of NBC Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie.
We operate from a position that until we know she's out there, she's alive, and we're going to continue thinking that way until we find her.
The FBI noted that there has been no proof of life so far and said the agency is investigating a ransom letter sent to local and national media outlets, along with many other leads. They also sent a public message to anyone involved in Guthrie's disappearance.
This is an 84-year-old grandma that needs vital medication for her well-being. You still have the time to do the right thing before this becomes a much worse scenario for you.
On Wednesday evening, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings released a video responding to reports of alleged ransom notes and pleading for their mother's safe return.
We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive.
However, verifying communications or any proof of live evidence will be challenging, given the high-profile nature of the case and the proliferation of artificial intelligence tools and deepfake videos. The FBI said Thursday they have arrested at least one person for making what they called an imposter ransom demand. I'm Karen Kafa reporting.
Temperatures dropped today after a warmer spell yesterday. Will the trend continue? Let's turn it over to lead forecaster Isabel Isco.
Yeah, Charlie, we did have a little bit of a warm up, but as we go into this weekend, we are going to see those temperatures go back down. We're going to be seeing the system moving its way through. We are going to see that once it hits those Appalachian Mountains, that it will be dissipating a little bit, so we'll have a little bit of a delay before we get some more snow for our weekend. Currently out there, clear skies. We are 25 out there right now. The wind chill is going to make it a little bit colder right now, looking at 16 degrees, and we'll be getting quite chilly as we head into tonight. We're going to see that overnight low of 17. Mostly cloudy skies, still delaying having any of that snow. We are going to be seeing as we head into our weekend that for all of Southeast Ohio, we have a whole bunch of warnings and alerts out there. For Athens specifically, we do have an extreme cold watch and we have a cold weather advisory. This is going for your Friday and into your Saturday. So the cold weather watch is for your Saturday morning, Saturday night are going to be very, very cold. And then Friday, we are going to be seeing tomorrow that chance for some snow out there. We're going to be seeing on our Athens weekend, like I said, Saturday, that 1 degree mark for our low, but it is looking like it with that wind chill, it'll be in the negatives. And then tomorrow, 90% chance of snow, a little bit warmer out there before we get into the weekend. And then once we sit that 5-day outlook, we'll be seeing how those temperatures will warm back up. I'll be talking about all of that in my full forecast. Let's take it back over to Charlie.
Thanks, Isabel. Fears of a modern nuclear arms race continue to rise as the last nuclear treaty between the U.S. and Russia expires today. That means the countries no longer have limits on their arsenals. China is rapidly building its own nuclear weapon supply. Critics say the U.S. needs fewer constraints as a result. President Donald Trump says the United States should negotiate a new, improved, and modernized nuclear treaty with Russia instead of agreeing to extend this New START treaty. Circleville celebrates opening a new career center, at the Department of Youth Services Circleville Juvenile Correctional Facility. Governor Mike DeWine and DYS Director Amy Ast cut the ribbon on the facility on Tuesday, with Ast lauding the future ahead for the program. DeWine was thrilled about the program's promise.
We're very excited. These young people are excited about what they're doing. The teachers are excited to teach them. And they're going to have a skill. It's going to be a marketable skill when they get out of here. They're going to be able to go to work.
The training includes forklift certification, food management and safety, customer service and sales, Adobe certification, engine repair, construction, and carpentry. The centers will operate in conjunction with the Ralph K. Starkey High School on campus. 2 Republican lawmakers hope to ban name, image, and likeness deals for high schoolers. Representative Adam Byrd, one of the 2 lawmakers who introduced House Bill 661, said his opposition stems from public high schools being centers to learn, not make money. Ohio is one of more than 40 states to allow high school athletes to sign NIL deals after an OHSAA decision in November. The measure was approved overwhelmingly by member schools, just shy of 80% of them approving the measure. The bill received its first hearing yesterday and is currently in committee. Huntington Local Schools was placed on a modified lockdown after receiving another bomb threat this morning. Ross County Sheriff's Office notified the district of the threat at 7:20 this morning. After a search of the campus, officials confirmed that no one entered the building overnight and students were safe to attend school under strict safety precautions. This is the 4th threat Huntington Local Schools has received within a month and the 3rd threat this week. The FBI is actively investigating the origins of the threats.
Next in sports, rivalry basketball takes off in Athens as they host Nelsonville York. We'll look at all of tonight's TVC boys games when we return.
And cold temperatures are coming our way, but that warm-up, it's coming up next.
I am in favor of closing the libraries until we find a solution to the pornographic filth we do have.
We have librarians who are misunderstanding what is healthy for children.
It didn't dawn on us that we would come under attack.
There was a list of 850 books.
We were told, get rid of them.
This can't be America.
Monday at 10 on WOUB.
The Electron Solar Farm.
Pentagon with executive orders.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Bennett.
And I'm Amna Nawaz.
I'm Margaret Hoover.
I'm Christiana Manpour in London.
Bring us up to speed there.
Israel is vowing serious consequences.
Did you get a commitment from President Trump?
We have to work on it.
When that story is told, it will be easier for us to see each other like the people who came before us.
Today, we live in a time when meaningful discourse is needed more than ever.
Is this just, at the end of the day, very smart politics?
It's, never compromise on the accuracy.
This is the story of modern war, how it's fought and how it's changing us.
If this is the way we're going to start breaking the ice, then let's do it.
Stop skimming.
Stop scrolling.
Just listen.
100 years ago today, they walked away from the
All you need
in one place.
every afternoon.
Los Angeles, I fell in love with pinball 6 or 7 years ago.
All Things Considered from NPR.
We're here at Athens High School where a game is soon to tip off between Nelsonville York and Athens. It's their second time meeting this season. In the first matchup, NY won 64-57. But tonight is the Bulldogs' chance to return home with a win. They're led by the 2 sophomores in Colin Chapman and Ren Ballou, who will hope to pull out the upset over the 4-seeded Buckeyes tonight. On the opposing side, NY has seen success from a plethora of players. Junior Cam Sullivan currently leads them in scoring at 13 per game, and 2 sophomores in Grant Elliott and Champ Schultz are right there with him at 11 a night. Sullivan has also been their most reliable off the glass, averaging about 9 rebounds per game. NY plays best when everyone is contributing, and they'll need plenty of that tonight, especially with the tournament draw coming up on February 15th. Looking around the TVC Ohio, Alexander travels to River Valley for some important league play. Spartans are hoping to snap their 3-game losing streak with their last win coming against Trimble on January 20th. The Raiders are in the same exact boat, coming off 3 straight losses, their last win coming against Nelsonville York on January 16th. So one of the 2 streaks will have to break tonight, and it could change how the Ohio shakes out this season. Taking a look at the standings in the Ohio, Meigs, Wellston, and Vinton County all sitting at the top, as we've seen for weeks now. Nelsonville York at the 4th spot, hoping to get that 5th conference win tonight. And rounding out the bottom, we've got River Valley, Athens, and Alexander. As we saw, conference play is wrapping up in the Ohio, but it's time to switch gears over to the Hocking, where we've got a couple more boys games in store tonight. Flipping over to the Hocking, where we'll see Belpre take on Trimble over in Gloucester. Golden Eagles won the first matchup 71-61 earlier this season. They've won 2 out of their last 4 games going into tonight. As for the Tomcats, they've dropped their last 6 games but showed a lot of promise in last Friday's close loss to Waterford. Rounding out the Hocking boys games for tonight is Fed Hawk at Southern. Southern won the first matchup by 34 earlier this season, and believe it or not, the Tornadoes haven't lost a game since December 13th. That makes it 10 wins in a row for Southern, so this will be a tough one for the Lancers, who are on a 9-game losing streak to pull off. Now looking at where the Hocking stands going into these games, Southern stays on top as they're unbeaten in league play and could expand their lead to 3 games tonight. Then Waterford, Belpre, and Eastern all within a game of each other, and Fed Hawk, Trimble round out the bottom of the Hocking. That's all we've got for tonight. For more Hardwood Heroes content, go to woub.org/heroes and the WOUB YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and send it back to you.
Well, thanks, Sam. You know, earlier this year, we saw a lot of games get canceled due to some snow and ice, and it looks like we're going to get some snow, but will those icy conditions come back over the weekend?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to see our temperatures rise once again, kind of melt that ice a little bit more. Then, as I said, Saturday, it will cool back down. There is a good chance that your Saturday morning commute could be impacted by that, and as we head into the weekend, but hopefully next week, we'll start to see that snow finally start to melt, and we won't have these piles everywhere. We are seeing on that local radar, having that snow kind of dissipate before it hits us here in Athens, but if you are anywhere close to the east, we're going to be seeing more of that snow impacting you. But it is just light dusting. We're not going to be seeing a lot of snow even as we head into tomorrow here in the city. All throughout southeast Ohio, our temperatures, we're mostly in the teens right now. Athens, we are a little bit warmer, still sticking at 25. We're seeing Huntington 28, but those cooler temperatures are heading for us tonight. And with those cooler temperatures, we are going to be seeing our wind chill is going to be pretty cold. Right now, it's feeling like 16 out there, and it's going to continue to get colder. And as we head into tonight, that overnight low of 17, mostly cloudy skies, still delaying getting that snow here in the city. We're going to be having these winter cold watches and extreme cold warnings for Athens itself. That will be for the cold warning will be for Saturday morning. That starts at 1 a.m. and it goes until 1 p.m. And we're going to see those temperatures getting into those almost negatives here in the city. And then as we head throughout southeast Ohio, we do have that chance for some more snow for tomorrow for your evening commute around lunchtime. We're seeing 12 hours ahead. That snow still hasn't hit us. It is coming from the north. It's going to be starting to swoop in. Once we hit 24 hours ahead, that's whenever most of that snow is going to be headed towards us. We are looking like about a ½ an inch of snow here in Athens. It's not going to be anything that will be too impacting, but because we are out of some salt here throughout the Ohio, it will be impacting some commutes, especially if you aren't able to put any salt out. So make sure if you could be safe if you are heading outside. It is going to be getting slick with those temperatures warming up just a little bit and then freezing back down. You're going to want to be careful if you are driving or even walking on those sidewalks. Like I said, we're going to be above freezing, that 35 for our high, and then as we head into tomorrow night, getting pretty cold out there. It's going to be nasty with that temperature low of 5 for your Friday night. Then once we hit that 36 hours ahead, that snow should be heading out. We aren't going to be looking like it's going to be impacting us too much here in southeast Ohio. Just a couple flurries here and there. You'll see we're right on that border of having that kind of wintry mix. So definitely not going to be impacting us too much, but if anything, having those clouds sticking around. Then 48 hours ahead should be fully out of our area, and then having this high pressure system behind it to get out of here. And if anything, this will help move some of our temperatures up as we head into next week. We're going to be seeing that once we get past this system, we'll have some more warmer air coming up from the south that'll hopefully get some of that snow melting once we hit midweek next week. So once we get past this weekend, you're going to need that jacket. going to have to shovel probably on Saturday. Wait until that afternoon, and then Sunday start to warm up again. Going to see those lows still in the teens. Then once we hit Monday, going to be past that freezing point. Mostly cloudy skies with that low of 21. And then we have rain once again in our outlook. We're going to see that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday back into those 40s, almost 50s. And then right now we are seeing that even 2 weeks past now, we could be in those 60s. So you're definitely going to have to stick back with us. But after we get past this weekend, you should be hopeful to get all of that snow off of your driveway.
Still ahead, changes to immigration could impact the care seniors receive. And schools in Minnesota are suing the Department of Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Newswatch will be right back after the break, but until then, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X to stay up to date on all the latest news in Southeast Ohio.
On Masterpiece.
Jimmy's made you a lovely egg. Ooh. He's been a wonderful helper.
Thank goodness you're here, Mr. Farnan. We are beside ourselves.
Don't worry, I've got a special rapport with birds.
I don't think you realise how bad it actually is. How much business we've lost. They need an attending vet urgently.
An unlicensed track. I want nothing to do with it.
All creatures, great and small, on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 9 on WOUB.
In the spring of 1971, there was so much that was altered.
The new rules will be phased in from this year.
There was rage.
We know our rights.
And there was love.
You have a little girl.
And we marched together.
Quite something, isn't it, sister?
It is the future.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow in Savannah, Georgia. Treasures come in all shapes and sizes.
It's a beautiful example. It's very unusual. This is the first time I've seen a landscape painting by Ernie.
No way.
Way.
Oh my God. Everybody says wow, but wow.
That's what my wife said, so there you go.
Don't miss Antiques Roadshow, Georgia State Railroad Museum, Hour 3.
Monday at 8 on WOUB.
When my parents left us their home, we weren't sure what to do with the property.
Do you have land, residential, or commercial property you're not using? Donate it and support our station. You may even qualify for a sizable tax deduction.
It feels good to be able to give back, and they would have loved that too.
Your real estate donation can make a real impact. Call us toll-free or visit us online.
For now, a federal judge has paused the Trump administration.
There's no question that it could be fatal. I mean, when you remove workers, then care is disrupted.
Elder care industry leaders like Katie Smith Sloan are bracing for potential impacts to a key pillar of their workforce, immigrants. More than 350,000 Haitians were narrowly spared this week from losing their temporary protective status when a federal judge stepped in. A sizable share of them care for older Americans.
When we make changes to our immigration policies, when we suspend the opportunity for people to come to this country or send them back to their home country, it creates enormous amount of disruption.
Immigrants make up for more than a quarter of workers who provide direct care in long-term care settings, according to KFF, a health policy research group. They make up nearly 1/3 of those who work in home care. Katia Guillaume, a union leader representing home care workers, feels the attempts to cut TPS designations are being done maliciously.
They have been a valuable contribution to the healthcare industry that they work in, and it would be devastating to the already struggling healthcare system that we have.
The aging services industry is contending with over 300,000 openings on any given day, according to data from Leading Age. But it's more than the jobs themselves. The relationships between caretakers and their elderly clients aren't easily replaced.
You become family after a while.
You know, it's very personal care. That relationship is what makes it work.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
In Minnesota, a coalition of school districts and educators is suing the Department of Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The lawsuit seeks to prohibit DHS and ICE activity on or near public school grounds due to fear from students. Yesterday, the head of an organization representing hundreds of local education unions spoke out about what she considers the state's greatest threat.
Although it pains me to say this, one of the greatest threats to the health and safety of Minnesota's school-age children right now are the ICE and Border Patrol agents in our state. The ICE presence at and near Minnesota schools is causing lockdowns, emptying schools, and traumatizing children every day.
Since early January, attendance in several Minnesota school districts has fallen sharply. In response, DHS said ICE isn't going into schools to arrest children. The agency added criminals and dangerous illegal aliens will no longer be allowed to hide or able to hide in schools to avoid arrest. Layoffs hit recession levels last month. That's according to a job report by job placement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas. It says January saw 108,000 job cuts. That's the highest number for January since 2009, which was during the Great Recession. Much of that number is due to just 2 companies. 40% of the job cuts happened at UPS and Amazon. The consumer credit reporting agency Equifax is being accused of overcharging in regard to Medicaid programs. Democratic Senators Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, and Independent Senator Bernie Sanders are seeking answers regarding its business practices. A spokesperson for Equifax says the company will respond through the proper channels. Many states use an Equifax program called the Work Number, which quickly verifies a Medicaid applicant's work hours and wages. According to a New York Times probe quoted in the senator's letter, Equifax often raises the price for the Work Number. New data was released surrounding a new drug that could help prevent strokes from happening again. Mandy Gaither talks to researchers about how this new medicine could be a game changer for stroke survivors.
In the U.S., someone has a stroke every 40 seconds, and about 1 in 4 survivors have another stroke within 5 years. Part of traditional post-stroke treatment includes blood-thinning medications to help lower risk of another event, but it can come at a cost.
All blood thinners in some way raise the concern about an increased risk of bleeding.
Dr. Andrew Russman with Cleveland Clinic says post-stroke treatment options haven't changed much in decades, but he's one of the investigators studying the safety and efficacy of a new class of oral medications called Factor XIa inhibitors.
They work by preventing the pathologic or bad clots that occur in the body, but they don't seem to interfere with the good kind of clotting that's important for the normal healing process.
Researchers say a national clinical trial of a drug in this new class found evidence it reduces risk of recurrent stroke when added to standard therapies without increasing the risk of major bleeding.
It's a game changer in the care of acute stroke patients, and that's something that gives us hope that we can prevent stroke in a large population of patients and add on to existing therapies.
The manufacturer, Bayer, says the medicine has received fast-track designation from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
I think there is some anticipation that if this medication goes through this thoughtful review process, we would hope to see the drug available around this time next year.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Coming up, the Super Bowl is this weekend, but dog lovers will have another game to tune into on Saturday. We'll be back after the break, but until then, here's a look at what's coming up on your local television station.
In the first half of the 20th century, Black and Jewish people reshaped almost every corner of American popular culture.
A white Jewish producer and the greatest black jazz singer working together.
And the rise of fascism in Europe borrowed pages from the Jim Crow playbook.
Nazis think somebody's already done the homework. You don't have to invent it.
Tuesday at 9 on WOUB.
Now streaming on the PBS app, the definitive collection from Emmy-winning scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr. From full seasons of Finding Your Roots.
These are your immigrant ancestors.
Oh my goodness.
To acclaimed documentaries.
Black Americans created a world behind the veil.
Discover the incredible history that connects us all. Stream the Henry Louis Gates Jr. collection now with Passport on the PBS app.
Every now and then, an essay continues to speak to people.
Henry David Thoreau wrote about the impact of industrialization on nature and society. He tried to live a simple and intentional existence.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately.
Thoreau says you can't even ask the deep questions if you don't stop to figure out what the deep questions are.
In some ways, Portsmouth was one of the last small cities to field a team and get a franchise. What was kind of extraordinary about Portsmouth was it was able to field an incredible team. For a brief moment in the sun, a little sweet spot that almost was sweet enough to get them a national championship. But they put together the team that ultimately did win the championship in 1935 in Detroit.
It's almost time for Animal Planet's annual Puppy Bowl. Team Ruff will take on Team Fluff, but this year's canine sports event on Super Bowl Sunday will look a little different. For the first time, there will be 15 pups with special needs, and a special exhibition game will spotlight senior dogs available for adoption, Team Oldies versus Team Goldies. In all, the Puppy Bowl will highlight 150 dogs from more than 70 shelters. The 3-hour show will air on February 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern, and for more information on the participating pups, you can visit puppybowl.com. I mean, that's just great. It's just great. It's a great thing every year. It's something you can watch right before and sort of get into the spirit.
It's a great tradition. It makes me want a puppy so bad. I've been wanting a puppy for so long.
I mean, they're a lot of work, but you watch and you're like, well, maybe. But yeah, what are your Super Bowl plans for this Sunday?
I think just hanging out. I'm not particularly interested in either team, so just watching the commercials, watching Bad Bunny halftime. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we're in a tough spot right now. Ohio. I'm from West Virginia. I'm a Steelers fan. We're new coach too, terrible. But I'm excited to bake too, though, for the Super Bowl Sunday. My Henry bars. Shout out to my Nana. I love baking them. They taste so good. Do you have a go-to?
Oh, I am so excited to hopefully have one of those Henry bars. I love your cookies. But for our weather for our Super Bowl, it is going to be looking like we're going to have a little bit of cooler temperatures out there. Athens currently 25. We're going to be seeing those temperatures cool off. And as we start to cool off for our weekend, we're going to see that extreme cold warning that will be happening on Sunday. And then we do have that winter weather advisory that goes for tomorrow for your evening commute. So we are going to be seeing that for Saturday, the extreme cold warning for your Saturday morning. Definitely need to bundle up all weekend, but especially if you're heading outside early Saturday morning. Tonight, that overnight low of 17, mostly cloudy skies, and then tomorrow, that's whenever the snow starts to head in. Right now, looking like about a half an inch to an inch here for southeast Ohio. And then as we head into the rest of the week, we do not have another chance for some snow. If anything, we have a chance for some rain. So once we get past this weekend with those cooler temperatures, and then once we hit Monday, we'll be back above freezing, and then hopefully start to melt all of that snow that we still have accumulating on those roads. We're going to be seeing that chance of rain as we head into later next week.
Yeah, well, not great weather to go outside, but great weather to stay inside and watch the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the PBS NewsHour. Coming up next, have a great night.
Support comes from Explore